I am so happy to be here to talk about gender equity in global education. When I was in elementary school, I was a fierce, fierce tomboy. I hated dolls, and I loved competitive sports. I was also famous for giving Mike McDermott a bloody nose when he told me at recess, "You can't play kickball, you're a girl." That was the last time that happened. You can imagine, I would have loved playing with these boys in second grade. These boys are my sons, Charlie and Henry. I love these boys and my wonderful husband to the moon and back. But to tell you the truth, sometimes their alpha male energy quiets my girl power, my voice. So every Sunday, I flee my little apartment in Brooklyn, AKA the Morris Man Cave. And I spend the day with my theater family of teenage girls. The safe space we provide girls to write and perform their own work also fuels my girl power. Growing up, I always looked and sounded confident. But appearances can be deceiving. Despite my academic successes, Phi Beta Kappa, writing awards, honors roll every single semester, I have often been riddled by self-worth feelings and loathing. In fact, I spent most of my life, the first 26 years of my life, trying to get down to my original weight, 7 pounds, 5 ounces. I was on the Scarsdale diet in 6th grade, eating toast, grapefruit, maybe a protein now and then. I was starving all the time. And this is just the tip of the iceberg of my trying to take up less space on this planet, to be thinner, to be quieter, to be invisible. If girls are to be seen, there is a very clear message as to what they are to look like. Even my 9-year-old son, Charlie, has been taught how women are supposed to behave in the world, even powerful ones. Check out the comic strip he made in Hebrew school 2 weeks ago. According to Charlie, Queen Esper is thinking, "I'm sexy and I know it." And check out the guy to the right. He agrees. "She's hot." My son is promoting Queen Esther, the most powerful woman in the Persian Empire, as hot and sexy. And he's only 9 years old. It is a fascinating look into a woman's worth, both in and out of the classroom. How do we begin to address these messages, this way of thinking? How can we give Queen Esther the respect that she deserves? As a graduate student here at Columbia in 2004, I visited Cuba to study public health and was shocked and delighted to find out that education in Cuba, sex education, begins in kindergarten. So, when I asked a teacher from Havana, "How do you teach sex education in Cuba?" she responded, "It's very simple. We teach boys and girls to respect each other." What a brilliant, low-cost, replicable way to cultivate gender equity in global education and in life. What an incredible way to practice courtesy, kindness, justice, and love. But this is only the beginning. 6 out of 10 girls worldwide will experience physical or sexual violence in her lifetime. She may be incested by an uncle on the Upper East Side. She may be brutally raped in a conflict zone in the Congo. The vulnerability of girls is universal, and I am no exception. I am a garden variety survivor of sex abuse, a fact I share within the safe space of Project Girl. And I do this for one reason. My story empowers others. Today, we have 90 courageous young women in Project Girl. One teen girl was drugged and raped by a talent agent before she found us. Another girl was sexually harassed in school by an acting teacher. Our healing begins and comes from telling our stories. I am proud to say that these very girls now teach our educational curriculum. These very girls are the leaders of our global movement. Every day, I get the privilege of listening to what girls are thinking, what they're dreaming about, what they're worried about, what they're passionate about. As Ashley said, these girls are dying to connect with us. And as evident from my Sunday pilgrimage to teach and work with Project Girls, I am also dying to connect with them. The first global show we did was about the rape epidemic in Congo. We reached out to fellow activists in the Congo to share stories of girls living in conflict zones. We are not only teaching girls to tell their own stories, we are teaching girls to honor and value the stories of girls in other countries. We recently held auditions for a new show about sex trafficking. Ashley and I were taken aback when a 14-year-old girl from Harlem walked in to audition. We very gently encouraged her to possibly audition for a different show because the content of our show, Trafficked, was so harrowing, so painful. Georgie looked us in the eye and said, "I know." She then told us the story of her best friend in Haiti who was trafficked at age 9. Our audition process is very unique. Project Girls choose us more than we choose them. Georgie cast herself in our performance. My job as the executive director is very simple. My job is to put Miracle-Gro on the great work that girls are doing. My job is to tell each girl that her thinking is valuable, that she is valuable, just as she is. And then I show her again and again and again through my own recovery. I haven't weighed myself in 17 years. I'm sexy and I know it. And I am so much more. Just like our girls, I have risen like a phoenix from the ashes by sharing my story. I shared my story with others, and I encourage each and every one of you to do the same. Thank you.